Hi, everybody. Welcome to Creator Talks, our second session. So, for those of you who are just tuning in, Creator Talks is our YouTube live sessions wherein we talk to creators about everything in content creation, and the latest trends within the whole creator economy sphere. So, today's topic. It's all about AI and its impact on creators. We will discuss benefits of using AI, how it impacts the creative process, and then there's going to be time for us to take questions from the audience or for those watching us on live. So yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Epidemic enables content creators to soundtrack their content, whether they are YouTubers or broadcasters, and it's all music that's part of our library, and it allows artists to make a fair living from their music.
So today, joining us at Epidemic Sound is our two of our own brand ambassadors, Hans and Matt. There's a lot of opportunities and challenges for everyone when it comes to AI and content creation, and so much is still unknown. So today, we really want to understand like how AI works, how that impacts the creative process, and to get like the perspective of our brand ambassadors on how it actually impacts their day-to-day work. But just maybe first thing first, we want to get to know our brand ambassadors as our guests. So maybe Hans, do you want to talk a
Yes.
little about yourself?
Of course. Thank you for the invitation first. My name is Hans. I'm a videographer and photographer. And in my YouTube channel, I teach about photography and videography and content creation.
Thank you. How about you, Matt?
Well, thank you for having us. I'm Matt. I'm from Argentina, the other side of the world. I have a channel where I teach about videography, content creation, and storytelling. It's all about storytelling.
It's amazing.
I love it. It's so good to have both of you here today. And as Sheila mentioned, this session will be all around AI and its impact on the creator economy. Just want to start us off with some recent research we did where we found that nearly all, 93% of content creators are currently using AI-powered tools in their content creation process, which is basically everyone. So I want to start off the conversation with is AI important for you, and how are you using AI in your content creation process? Hans, maybe you can kick us off.
Yes, I use AI for content creation 100%. Specifically on audio, I've been using a tool called Adobe Enhance to edit my audio because sometimes you are like on schedule with videos, either like for my YouTube channel or for like clients, and to make the audio better, I use this tool because it's faster than opening in like an audio program and edit by yourself.
Yeah,
Totally.
And it helps a lot. It makes the job way faster. And yeah, I've been using that tool, for example, and ChatGPT for some stuff also, and titles and subjects and stuff like that.
Amazing. What about you?
I use Adobe Enhance too. Since my audio is always messy, I'm a blogger, and I film outside and the noise of the city, and I use it a lot. And I use the Photoshop beta, like for thumbnails and for enhancing the video, the image of the video, the all of that, and I use it a lot too. So yeah.
Nice. Both of you talked about like using AI to save time and like make the process easier. Do you feel like you can also use AI like from the inspiration perspective, or how is that for you when you think about using AI?
Yes, I use it when I want to start a video creating something and I don't find this spark
Yeah.
for the idea, and instead of like walking around doing laps or doing whatever and leaving it to the side and waiting for the muse,
Yeah.
I go to sometimes the muse come to you, but sometimes she doesn't, and so I go to ChatGPT, for example, and I use it to get inspiration, and I just start writing what comes to my mind, and at the end I got a lot of ideas, and I use them as a starting point for creating content. Yeah, it's very useful.
I didn't have the opportunity of making inspiration with
Yeah.
the AI, because ChatGPT, for example, doesn't work for me, but I use it as a tool. I use a lot of um, AIs with as a tool, and works better for me like that way. I order the tool to
Totally.
work for me.
I love that. And if we kind of take it a bit further in the research that we did as well, it showed that 78% of creators are concerned about like the AI powered content and that it might lack authenticity or originality. So you've started talking about it as a tool, but how do you sort of think about authenticity in AI for you, but also for the creator economy overall?
I think, as I said, it's a tool, and in a couple of years it will be normal, and I don't think it is something. Today, there isn't something extra, and the people are using, like you said,
Yeah.
94%.
Yeah.
Everyone
Everyone's
is using
using it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
totally.
it's normal, even today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Yeah, for me, I think there's gonna be a moment that the AI is gonna be so evolved that we're not going to be able to notice the difference when we do a deep fake, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but that can help a creator also, but it can also go the bad way when people are gonna produce content and it's gonna be like such a big. We already have a huge amount of content,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I think it's gonna be more, 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 and more. And I think it's up to the creator to enhance their work, so and be out of that pile.
It's where the
Because
authenticity
Yeah.
comes
yes,
in. Yeah.
and I think as human beings, we have emotions and we have, for example, empathy. That's
Yeah.
something an AI will never have.
Yeah.
And I think that's a cool part, that I think we're gonna still making content using AI, but I think you're gonna notice the difference in the creation, but not about the visual part.
Sure.
yeah, we give the instructions to the tool.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of automatic channels that people use different AI tools and make videos like
Yeah, just
like
churn
that.
'em out.
It's like a
Yeah,
factory,
Yeah,
exactly.
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
So and you notice that you say that, and it's not authentic.
Authentic,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not, and I think the audience doesn't care about that, but the other artists do. So it's like it's the world we're
Yeah,
living
yeah.
today, right?
Yeah. And with that, with like the world we're living in and using all these tools and having it be more and more and more saturated, like how do you think about like the increased competition being a creator, where now like so many people can just make a channel with all these tools? Like how does that impact you and how you think about your own creation?
I think that there is any much work to do there, because those channels I mentioned, they are informative. It's like it's not inspiring. It's
Sure.
Yeah.
they don't have creativity like a person like us
Yeah, yeah.
could do. So I think that's the differential. I think this is the yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Thoughts on competition?
Competition, I think creators should like creators that are not using AI should start to get ahead of the game. And it's like when way before cameras had, like, for example, no autofocus,
Yeah.
and people were
Totally.
focusing
Yeah.
manually. Now we have autofocus, and there's gonna be people saying, "Oh no, I use manual, but autofocus helps a lot," and that's not gonna make you, for example, a better photographer or a better
course.
filmmaker, but it's a tool that's gonna help you to make your craft better. So I think they should try it. People should try it and
Yeah.
see if they works for them. If they don't, it's fine, but just try it.
Yeah.
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 That allow you to think more on other terms, like
yeah.
the creative part.
Yeah.
You can
exactly.
you can think about that part, and it's like hiring people to
Yeah,
do
to
the
help.
hard
Yeah.
work.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Now we've talked a lot about AI like as a tool, but if we sort of flip to the other part of it, like what do you think creators need to be cautious of when using AI and how it'll sort of change the landscape if you think about like threats?
I think originality,
Yeah.
because the the originality comes within us. So it's like if you don't put the part of creativity yourself, it's not. It's like the piece of paper with it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's not inspiring. It's not nothing artistic.
Yeah, I think yeah. At the end, if you're just using AI, you're gonna be just like dumping content
Yeah.
out, and some people, like Matt said, there's gonna be a niche. There's gonna be people that are gonna watch that,
Yeah.
but you can separate it from that if you keep that originality.
You're
as a
not
creator.
looking for an artistic part in those videos.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's not like art. It's not like you're creating something. It's just like I don't know. It's you're given the tools, like the commands to the AI to
Yeah.
create it, and it's gonna make an AI at the end. It's just like getting information
Yeah,
from other
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like it's inspired
Yeah.
by. It's just getting information,
Yeah.
data, and converting it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it already exists.
Very true.
Yeah.
But
and
I
as
think
a,
that-
as a
sorry.
as a storyteller, I think the stories comes from our experience,
Yeah,
not
so
from
true.
Yeah. Exactly.
nothing.
Yeah.
And AI can replicate
Yeah.
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 stories, not create from zero
Exactly.
any original story. So
Yeah, and like you said, like it's like your experience are connected with emotions.
yeah,
So, and we know the AI has no emotions, so it's like
Yeah,
a weird,
course.
would be weird, like experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think like the emotions and like the layer of authenticity makes the content resonate with your audience and your community, which is like makes it more, I guess, tactile for the people. Like the ideas do come from you, but just like I guess the polishing of like the idea itself like allows it to be presented in such a way that's very attractive for your community or your audiences.
Yeah, it's so true. True. But do you think like is there anything that creators should be like wary of or like cautious of when they're starting to use more and more AI tools, or is it just really about keeping authenticity and your originality at the center?
I think the originality will be there.
Yeah, true.
Because it's your ideas, it's your orders to the AI tools. So I think we have to be friends of those tools.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
We're not have to go away from
Yeah.
this revolution. And no, it's not. It's the future, and it's like Hans says, the out of focus, the manual,
Of
the,
course, yeah.
those kind of things happens in history, and we have to adapt and keep playing our part, our creative part.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then I think as well, like as that's a really good point that you touched. Like there are the tools are going to be there, but like you as a creator need to have like that level of creativity and have like that creative height for the AI tools to just like enhance what you're doing. Because like
Totally.
without like your ideas, then like the tools are just the tools, right?
Because the part of the content that resonate with the audience, it's like you.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
your personality,
persona,
Yeah.
your story, not the content you see.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good point.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think like now that we're talking about creativity, let me just like touch on like the study that we did at with creators. So 97% of content creators believe that AI will help them automate repetitive and time-consuming tasks a little bit with what you said there. While 94% believe that AI will enable a more personalized or customized content experiences for their audiences. But just like for both of you, maybe I can start with you, Hans. Do you think like AI is helping you creatively?
Um, yes, definitely. Like, for example, on when you create a YouTube video, you have so many tools inside the, what is it called?
Like
The
the back end.
analytics
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
In that panel, you get like nowadays you get a lot of data
Sure.
from an AI, and it's giving you like silver plate. Like
Yeah.
here is the content that your audience is watching.
Yeah.
They
Totally.
came to your video because they put this on the search bar. And that's an AI, and that's helping me to know my audience, what they want. I can, of course, ask on a video, please leave in the comments what
Yeah.
you would like to see, but no one is, like, not a lot of people take time to write in the comments what they want to
Sure.
see, but and now I'm have directly this information coming from an AI, from Google or YouTube. So yeah, it's helping me 100% in that
Yeah.
sort of
How
part.
about
Yeah.
you, Mag?
Yeah. No, I think that the 3% of people that don't think that way, as I said, I think they have to be friends with those tools,
Yeah.
because you have so much things to think, to content creation, like
Yeah.
the analytics, the people, the part, the audio, the
Yeah.
video, so much stuff, and so much competition in
Yeah.
online. So you have to get rid of that hard work, and make it with an AI, and you think the part of the creative part, because it's the most important part. It's you. It's like people follows you,
Yeah.
not the content, the final content. It follows you.
Yeah. But do you think like that gives you like that makes you feel more free in a way to like explore like a lot more ideas in terms of like what you want to try on your channels, what topics you want to explore, like algorithms aside? Does it feel like you get more room to like take those big swings or like take those risks or big bets with your content?
I think yes. I think maybe you are thinking about doing a video and you go to this analytics and there's the suggestion for this video, or you have no clue and you start from there, from this list, or you probably don't like the suggestion from the AI and you don't have to take them. So
Totally.
just create what you want. And that's probably going to shift the AI to show this new content that you create, because you don't want to do that, to get different analytics. So you can play with it. It's not like you have to do what
Yeah,
the
of
AI
course.
suggests. It's like clay, It's always changing.
That's
So,
really
yeah.
People think that if you don't want to use an AI tool, you are using one tool indirectly. The analytics is one.
Yeah.
It's a
So true.
powerful one,
Yeah.
and people need it to content creation. You need to know your audience, and that's the best way. Yeah, we are conviviendo.
Yeah, we're like living together with
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you post something, when you post on Instagram or whatever, you're already part of this AI,
Sure.
because your post is the AI is gonna catch it and
Yeah, of course.
show it to this audience or this target. So you are part of the AI already. It's too late.
There's no way to escape.
There's no way
There's
to
no way to
escape.
escape. I'm an AI.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's so very insightful and not scary, but it's just like very interesting points, I guess. Like maybe that AI also like through like whatever you find through those comments or like the creation you do, you find like the tribe or the tribe finds you in a way.
Totally.
And it sort of like creates this sort of hub of having like the same like-minded people finding your channels and like having them resonate more with the content that you create. But with just that, I wanted to touch on like your own creative processes and like how that looks like, and if there are any AI tools that you use, just like to fuel that spark a little bit.
Yeah, when I'm lacking of ideas, like I said before, I go to ChatGPT and use it for ideas, and I start
Yeah.
writing like, give me some ideas for this video and that, and it gives you like a list
Yeah.
from where you can start.
Yeah.
Um, so from that, it's really helpful, like for me. So I don't have to like I said, walk laps and wait till the
Yeah.
muse comes. So I use it like that.
Yeah.
As a good like starting place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
exactly.
starting place.
Yeah.
I don't have to do exactly what
Yeah,
the
No,
of course.
exactly.
like do a video about basic photography. So no, you don't have to do that. It's just a suggestion
Yeah.
from the AI,
Yeah.
Yeah.
from the SEO that
Yeah.
and I use it as a starting point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess like you're the expert in like what you're looking for, and you can only just like take the let AI sort of nudge you towards like the direction you don't want or you want to take.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, for me, for example, the ChatGPT doesn't work
classic.
because my videos are have a little part of my philosophy, and
Sure.
the ChatGPT doesn't go that way. I mean, the if I need to do a video about tips and tricks, it maybe works, but I think I have an example that I have a new channel that when I was thinking a name, uh, I gave the ChatGPT random words, and it invented words for me, like names, and invented from other words a made up name.
Yeah.
A lot of made up names, and I don't use it. I don't use any one of them, but it gave me some ideas about what I'm looking like. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
In one way, it will help.
It's also really useful when you're like doing a tutorial where you have like concepts or facts that you need to like that you're not 100% sure. Instead of going to Google and getting like 2 million of websites
No,
and
I
start like
Exactly.
clicking.
I don't know if that's the best option, because
What, going to ChatGPT and searching?
yeah, right now ChatGPT doesn't have uh, the exact information about everything. It's like taking information from several places. So some people, I know a Spanish YouTuber that used it for a video, ChatGPT for information, and it was wrong. It like because the ChatGPT doesn't differentiate about this site is true and this site is not.
Yeah, but the same
So-
you have it on Google. Like anyone can have a website
but you
and
have
have it.
you have a criteria. The
How do you know
ChatGPT
if the information is right? Yeah,
it's
that's
up
the
to you.
crazy part. Yeah, yeah,
it's up
that's
to
it,
you,
yeah.
not not to a machine.
Yeah, it's
an-
crazy.
Fair.
an algorithm.
So true. One other thing I was thinking about from like the tools perspective and stuff that you use, how do you think like AI will impact with like language and content, with both of yours being in Spanish and being able to reach like wider audiences and having like your same content but in multiple languages, like AI as a tool for language?
Yeah, I think being able to translate your videos with your voice, like this text to voice,
Yeah.
or the other way around,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna open the audience for a lot of like, for example, non-English speakers.
Sure,
'Cause
yeah.
you can translate your videos in like any
Any
language,
language,
using
yeah.
your voice.
That's
And
so
even
wild.
if we can have an AI that also mimics your mouth movement and does it like really good, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be very international. Like everyone, or like podcasts and stuff. Like
Oh, that's true.
I can imagine they're like, I don't speak French, but they're probably pretty good podcasts
Yeah,
in France,
yeah,
and
yeah.
we are not able to listen to them because they're in French,
Yeah.
and if you don't speak it, like,
Imagine how freaky that is. Just like to hear your own voice speaking another language that you don't
Yeah.
speak.
Yeah.
yeah, or like YouTube or like Spotify that you will be, I think so, you will be able to change the language, and it's not gonna be like a dub translation,
Yeah.
but the real voice. That could be like really cool.
You have to allow it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
of course,
it's not
of course.
ethical to
So you
Yeah,
an
that's the
app.
legal part. Yeah, yeah, yeah. yeah. But if they allow it, like your consent,
Yeah.
imagine like, yeah, it could
It
be
opens
awesome.
up everything.
Yeah,
Such
yeah,
a
yeah.
wide audience.
Yes,
then.
yes, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting to like touch on it, but if you had to like just sort of predict what AI will look like in the next 5 years, 10 years, like how do you sort of see the creator economy looking with AI, and what is the future?
I think
yeah.
I think it will be normal. It's
Yeah.
like today
Yeah.
it's normal, and we will not see it. It will
No.
be in the background.
so true.
Today it's working that way.
Yeah.
I think it will be no difference, and uh, it will be different, but in a way that we don't see the part where the AI is taking.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be a bit more integrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I think in like like you said, the beginnings from CGI. You know, when they started replacing like
So
actors and stuff,
true.
everyone was freaking out. Like, oh my god, it was like this actor it died, and they put it in the movie, and like happened with a what's the name of the actor in the Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
And the Star Wars movie
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, also.
Oh yeah,
Walker.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Walker and
Yeah.
it was weird.
yeah, it was weird. It was super
The
weird.
beginning of this of AI CGI.
Yeah, 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 and
Yeah.
also
Was the beginning.
Yeah, 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 and
Star Wars.
yeah, in Star Wars also, and
Well, it was the thing that if today it's not perfect the deep fake
Sure.
and you
But it's gonna
notice
be.
the difference, and it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like you're seeing and it's awkward, but it will. I think it will be perfect.
I
But
think it's gonna be. We are not going to notice the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
100%.
but the use it's where we'll be using that.
that's the thing.
If it will be legal or illegal.
Oh yeah, loss. That's a big topic.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
all the loss
exactly.
behind it.
And
Yeah.
how that all shakes up.
Yeah.
No, it's so true.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, in terms of like your day to day with AI, like what would those tools look like for you that would help you to focus, like we've been talking about, more and more on the creativity and the authenticity, but cut the things that like take so much time? Like, do you feel like you already have a lot of those tools with like the audio one, or is there stuff that you wish or see in the future coming down the pipeline?
Like I think like the audio tools and tools per
Exactly.
se like that.
Yeah.
Right now we have like pretty good ones. The thing is, for example, for the content that I create, I love editing my videos.
Sure.
I love editing the pictures that I take. And like an AI to know exactly how I want the video to look. And if I, let's say, take 20 pictures and the AI is going to decide on sharpness or like
Sure.
lighting, which picture is better. And for me, let's say I wanted the picture not to be like that sharp or
Yeah.
like unfocused. That's the creative part.
Yeah.
So it's always gonna be like the person behind the
Yeah.
creative part. Like yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, I agree.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah, I agree.
I love it. How do you stay up to date on what's happening in AI? Like, what are you watching? Where are you learning? Like, in terms of the space that's like changing so fast all the time.
Well, personally, I'm not. I came later to those kind of things, but when I see an AI tool that helps me, I married it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it all the time.
but
On
but
YouTube, right?
But
Like-
the internet, the people you see online force you to stay on
On top of what's
the,
happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing that AI tool that it's common today that everyone is using. So I think maybe I can integrate in my work. So
Yeah.
and you try it, and yeah, but I don't stay.
I think the AI itself on YouTube and on Instagram is gonna show you what's new on AI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
yes.
on Twitter
The
and
AI
everything
will
is
show
gonna be
you
like,
the
oh,
AI.
this is new.
Yeah.
Because it's trendy and it's gonna push and you're like, you're gonna see it. You
Yeah.
don't have to search for it. I think it's gonna find you.
So
Yeah.
true. With all of these tools, do you feel like now it's easier to be a content creator and to start in content creation?
I think this is the best moment to be a content creator, because we have everything. We have not only the all the tools, the cameras, the lenses, the mics, the cheap mics that
Yes.
Yeah.
sounds excellent,
Yeah.
but the AI part, that the tools that you can use without knowing anything. Like if you don't know about filmmaking, you can
You can make something. Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think also it's very important to mention that, for example, people with disabilities being able to use these AIs that like with text to voice or voice to text and vice versa. I think it's gonna be very powerful. So they can like everyone can get on the creator world.
Yeah.
And to add to the before, I think we have so much people in the world online,
Yeah.
and this is the best moment to enter. Forget about the competition.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the contrary, you have so much people that maybe want to see your story, your videos,
Yeah.
and so this is the best moment. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
And every day it's the best moment,
Every
because
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yes.
have new stuff, so
Yeah.
it's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. What would your advice be, both of you, to someone like in this landscape with all these things ever changing? Like, what's the advice on starting a channel? If you could pick one thing,
Start.
start.
That's the most difficult part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I talk to
that's
so
Yeah.
many
true,
people
though.
and they have so many ideas,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
And then you sit with them and you teach them everything about it. You're
Yeah.
gonna do this. You're gonna film this that way,
Yeah.
and they don't start. That's the most difficult part. Just start.
Yeah.
And you have to make to learn. You
So
have to
good.
you have
Yes.
to make
Make
mistakes.
mistakes. Yes.
Yeah.
You have to make mistakes, and another thing, you forget about the equipment. You have the best camera in your
Your
pocket,
phone.
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have you can film anything in like in seconds. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and upload it, and people will see, and it's don't think about that. You can create with everything today. And
I always give the advice if people want to start on YouTube, create a video, film it, edit it, upload it, and put it on private. You don't have to show it.
That's
And
really
watch the video, like share it maybe with your friends, but just take this step
the first time.
Yeah.
to film the video, edit it, and upload it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just for you. And this is the start. Like start like that.
Wow, that's
And-
such a
and I think don't think about making money. If you want
Yeah.
to make money, eventually you will.
Yeah.
But don't think about making money. You think about making something you're passionate about.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
good.
That's the only way you can keep making, because this world of creation
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah,
It's so hard.
yeah.
People that leave early because, oh no, it's not working, because you're not passionate. I was like 3 years making content without earning nothing. So
Yeah.
it's and I have a passion, and I keep making, and eventually
Then it works
I'm
out.
here.
It works out. He's in HQ.
eventually
But I think like you touched on a really good point, because like for I guess like this is from pre-pandemic, right? You kind of tend to stay in your head, but I guess like you also need like some sort of community to like recognize like what your work, and like you need that support from people who have started and just like really understand the process and the journey of like being a creator. So I think like those are really clever words
Yeah.
that you've given. But with that being said, I also want to just like to highlight Epidemic Sounds community program. So we have a community that, as we've mentioned, like empowers, supports, and encourages creators to create content with Epidemic Sound in our music. So Epidemic Sound, you can use start a 30-day free trial with over 400,000 tracks and 90,000 sound effects. But I think it's maybe time for us to answer some questions from our
Yeah, exactly.
feed. Hold on. Do you want to?
Yeah, I can take the first one. The first question we got was, how can AI tools help creators personalize their content and engage with their audiences more effectively?
I think you have to look what do you like.
Yeah.
What do you like, and how you can use the AI with what
Yeah.
you like.
Mm.
I think if the AI is not like one thing. It allows you a world of opportunities and things that you can do. I think it's not no problem. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Sorry.
What do you
Sorry.
think? No, worries.
Ask me a question again.
Exactly.
I was coughing, I'm sorry.
No worries at all. AI tools and how it can help personalize your content.
Oh yeah, like Matt said, I think there's with this AI wave, there's gonna be a lot of new kinds of art. So people are gonna be able to discover new stuff. So I think that's a very cool niche.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
I think we have. Should we take the other one?
Yeah, go
Yes.
for it.
Can you use AI to help you discover new trends?
Yes, we have the trends in every social network are from it's like an AI, it's like an algorithm
Oh, yeah.
that the that
very true.
discover that looks what is being seen. Yeah, so it shows to you. It's like we said before, the AI
It's
will
already there.
show you.
Yeah.
the
AI will show you the
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
The AI
Yeah.
would show itself.
It's such a good point, though, and I think you touched on it earlier around like the future, but also now, like
yeah.
it already is AI.
Yeah.
Like you're using it even if you're not using something like ChatGPT that's
Yeah.
like so in the box AI. Like algorithms are that, and so many of the analytics tools are based on AI.
The ChatGPT is an active AI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The analytics or
Yeah.
the simply the homepage of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
passive
It's,
AI.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
100%.
working for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's such a good point.
Yeah.
I think the next question will be interesting as well because in AI, how can we use it to leverage and optimize content for different platforms in terms of like repurposing content from YouTube to shorts and maximizing your reach? Do you feel like you use any AI to do stuff like that? Do you feel like that's something that's helpful?
I personally don't use it because it's like the kind of content that I do,
That's true.
and I love to edit, and so when I film and edit, I love to do it myself, and I think the AI is not like able to know exactly what I want, so I do it myself in that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Same as Hans, but I think I used once or twice the Premiere AI that
Yeah.
follows your
Yeah.
your face, but it's not perfect.
Sure.
It's still not perfect. So I think I
Not
yeah,
yet.
not
No,
yet.
yet.
exactly. Not yet. Huh.
I'm still using my hands.
Yeah.
For that.
My
Old school.
hands.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah.
OG, I love it. And then another question is, how can you balance between using AI to enhance your work and maintaining your unique creative voice and authenticity? I think we touched on this a little bit more, but maybe you can just like,
Yeah, I think to use it as inspiration is fine. Um, but I think the the AI is just like I see it as a suggestion.
Yeah.
Because it's I don't think it's gonna when I use it, for example,
Mm.
I get a lot of like I get inspired by it, like oh this could be great,
Mm-hmm.
but the end product is always like me changing stuff,
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and even from a small thing like a title for a YouTube video, I'm always changing words and until I like it.
Yeah.
So I think it's always going to be like authentic if you use it as a tool.
Totally.
You can still use it as you are using right now, because the editing programs have the AIs, and you are using without knowing.
Yeah,
So I
totally.
think that's the way.
No, it's such a good point. And I think one of the last questions that we got from the audience as well, which we've sort of talked about as well, is around sort of like the latest developments in AI and how you can adapt it to the creator economy and everything. But if you could just like sort of sum up how you see yourself using AI and the creator economy in the next like 5 years, what would that look like?
Interesting.
It's hard to
Yeah.
imagine,
Yeah.
because
Imagine.
the future that it's going the present is going faster than
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to have like very good tools to work with
Totally.
for very, very cheap. It's like, for example, nowadays you can compare it with drones. Like
Good
you
point,
can you can
yeah.
buy a drone for like not a lot of money, and I don't know, like 20 years
Yeah.
ago you got to get a
only-
camera and a chopper to make like 2 takes,
such a
you
good
know, and
point.
pay like
Yeah,
20,000
exactly.
euros.
You can
Yeah.
you can see the difference in Grey's Anatomy. Where the first season you have the camera moving that way, and the last season you have
You're
it's like it's a
oh,
drone
okay.
play. Yeah,
From
yeah.
Trump. Yeah. I think we're gonna have like great tools, very cheap.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's such a good point. Then it's like with the access to all those tools,
Yes.
you can, as we've said this whole time, focus on the creative part, the part
Yeah.
that you love, the part that's authentic to you, and then be able to use the tools to help fill out the rest.
And can use it. You can use it everything yourself. Only
Yes.
you don't have to hire anything, and you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
Everything. There's so much stuff to think in the content creation process that we have to be like a lawyer, a
Jesus
cameraman,
Christ.
Yeah.
Taxes.
Yeah.
an anchorman, everything.
Everything.
So if you have these AI tools that help
help
you,
you.
it's,
Yeah.
it's,
It's amazing.
It's gonna be one-man band.
yeah.
A one-man
One-man
band.
band.
I love it. Before we wrap up, do you guys have like any closing remarks, either advice for other creators, anything around AI, like closing remarks?
As I said before, you have to be a friend of the
Embrace it.
revolution.
Yeah,
These new AIs, because it will be the future, and you're using it today indirectly, and there will be more like active AI tools like ChatGPT and
Sure. Yeah.
editors, and but you have to go with the flow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't you can't keep behind.
No.
Yeah, embrace it. Embrace
Yeah.
the AI, and people that are afraid of like, oh, we're gonna lose our jobs and stuff. It can
Probably,
happen,
yes.
like with the
Yeah.
translations and stuff.
Sure.
But like everything, there's gonna be a lot of new jobs, a lot of new opportunities. I was working in an event like a couple of months ago, and they were talking about like bots in commercial, like handling online buying stuff, like
Yeah.
how do you call it, like the service, online service when you have a complaint, and
Yeah, customer service.
customer
Yeah.
service, like AI customer service. And
Yeah.
they were saying like we don't have enough people that develop this stuff. They were complaining they don't have people. So I imagine in the creative world, that's also happening.
Yeah.
Like new
Sure.
jobs, like people that develop these AIs because
Yeah. Yeah.
they're not born like that. You have to, like Matt said,
It
you have to
happened-
feed them.
Yeah,
you have to teach
absolutely.
them, and there's gonna be like a new jobs for that,
Yeah.
like a
and,
lot.
and it happened in history.
Yeah.
So much.
Industrial
Yeah.
revolution,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it
of
happened.
Of
So
course,
yeah.
yeah.
So much works lose
They lost them,
disappear
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and new
New
jobs emerge. So
Yeah.
it's history. It's like
It's repeating itself.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
We have to adapt. It's the world,
Yeah.
and we're going fast.
Fast,
Yeah,
fast, fast.
Yeah, it's way faster
Yeah,
than before.
exactly. But such an interesting conversation.
I
Thank you
agree.
both for coming and being a part of Epidemic and sharing your thoughts and everything. Make sure to check out Matt and Hans' channels and tune in for the next Creator Talks. But thank you for listening.
Thank you for the invite.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.